So that's yellow. Oh. All right. Hey, how are y'all doing? This is the first video. We're going to leave it up for you. My kids have a test coming up on angles and angle relationships. So this is going to be maybe a 2 or 3 minute study guide to help get you squared away on what you're going to need for tomorrow. So I'm going to get up to the smartboard and show you a couple of things, review it tonight, and good luck to you. Good luck studying. So right now we're just looking at a pair of vertical angles. Now, do you think I could take the light off now? Okay. We're looking at a pair of vertical angles here. They are opposite and equal. So, using these clues.
Precious White, please report to the main office. Precious White, please report to the main office.
Using these clues, you know that the angle opposite of 72 is also 72 degrees. So these are vertical angles. Now, if I'm looking to solve for angle A, I think it's better to just kind of isolate what you're looking for. And if I was just looking at this, I would see these are two angles that add up to 180 degrees. That is half a circle. So, if I don't know what this angle is, so we'll call that A, but I do know that when I add 72 degrees to it, I get 180 degrees. Now I've turned it into a simple one-step equation. Subtract 72 from both sides, and you know that A equals 108. So if A equals 108, you know that this angle is also 108.
Please report to the main office.
Looking at that right there, you've got 2/3 what you need, and I've always told my students a trick to remember that is the word supplementary starts with the letter S, and that S gets turned into an 8, 180 degrees, real easily. So that's your way to remember. Supplementary angles are two angles that equal 180 degrees. Moving on down here, let's use what we just learned about vertical angles. Angles that are opposite and equal, formed by two intersecting lines. So by that logic, if I know this angle measure is 13 degrees, I know that this angle measure is 13 degrees. So I want to pull out this angle, or these two angles. If I'm just looking at this off to the side, and I know that this is 13 degrees, and I know that these are complementary angles. I know the word complementary starts with the letter CO, which can easily be turned into 90 degrees. So complementary angles equal 90 degrees. Well, if this is 13 and we're looking for this angle, B, I can write that as knowing that 13 plus B equals 90 degrees. Subtract 13 from both sides, and B equals 77 degrees. So I know the angle B is 77 degrees. So I guess the last slide I'll leave us with before we start studying on our own. Just looking at this diagram right here, I can identify all three missing angles. I'll call this A, B, and C. And I know that 59 and B, their angle relationship is vertical. So B has to equal 59 degrees. And if you just look at it, sometimes a visual helps people out. Now this won't be exact, but I've traced over these angles, and if I take this one and I turn it around and I put it right on top of this, you can see they are equal. They are equal to each other. We call this A, B, and C. So, again, pull out, maybe slash the trash or get rid of what you don't need. Look at this angle relationship. These two angles, again, they form a 180 degrees. And we remember that the 8 and 180 can be called supplementary. So these are supplementary angles. So A plus 59 equals 180. To get A by itself, the additive inverse, subtract 59. A is equal to 121. So then if you know A is 121, look at the angle relationship between A and C. Those are vertical angles. So you know if angles are opposite, they are also equal. This is 121 degrees. And with this, if you can remember, the S in supplementary turns into 180. The CO from complementary turns into 90 degrees. And that vertical angles are equal to each other. I think you've got a really good head start for tomorrow's test.